you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may keep on standing if you want. Thank you very much. Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro, our undersecretaries, my esteemed colleagues, Madam Pamela Manalo, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as the Department of Foreign Affairs celebrates its 127th Foundation Day in our new, though temporary home in Double Dragon, I wish to convey how much I believe we all share in honoring the rich legacy as one of the first institutions established following the Declaration of Philippine Independence in 1898. Born out of our forebears' unwavering determination to assert the nation's identity and sovereignty on the global stage, the DFA has since stood as a steadfast pillar of Philippine diplomacy and statehood. We honor Apolinario Mabini, the first Secretary of Foreign Affairs, a true patriot whose intellect and unwavering principles shaped Philippine foreign policy during the time of great uncertainty. Guided by Mabini's legacy, we remain steadfast in pursuing an independent foreign policy, and one that safeguards our national security, advances our economic interests, and upholds the rights and welfare of overseas Filipinos, and also promotes an accurate and positive image of the Philippines on the global stage. And as we all welcome Secretary Lazaro, and as I step down in my role as head of the department, I want to say how deeply proud I have been to be a part of the story and history of the DFA. And in this regard, I'd like to reflect on just very briefly, on some of the past 3 years that I was at the helm with humility, pride, and gratitude for having the honor to have served as your secretary. Humility, because I had the honor of leading DFA, an institution grounded in history and entrusted with helping shape the nation's future. Pride and gratitude in what we have achieved through dedication, perseverance, and above all, teamwork. In the face of formidable challenges, increasing regional and global tensions, domestic pressures, economic uncertainties, the accelerating pace of climate change, as well as disruptive forces of technology, the department has remained steadfast through it all. We have continued to advance the country's interests with professionalism, integrity, and dedicated and tireless service. Allow me to highlight just a few of the accomplishments we have made in the past few years. We have deepened our engagement across the Indo-Pacific, strengthening ties with key partners, including the United States, Japan, Australia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Singapore, Korea, New Zealand, Canada, and India. We have strengthened these partnerships in the sense of having a wide array of cooperation and many activities. We have expanded relations with like-minded, emerging and traditional partners in other regions. For example, the European Union, Germany, Czech Republic, UAE, Qatar, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Brazil, demonstrating the Philippines' global reach and diversified partnerships. And I believe we will continue expanding these partnerships, including with the Global South, especially with the Pacific Island Forum countries, the CARICOM countries, and the African nations, especially as many of them have indicated a keen interest to cooperate with the Philippines. Multilateralism continues to be the Philippine foreign policy pillar. This is also based on adherence to international law and a rules-based order. And in this regard, we have actively participated in regional and global platforms such as the United Nations, ASEAN, and APEC to address shared challenges and promote collective solutions. In November last year, the Philippines was also invited for the first time to participate in the G7 ministerial meeting, providing us an opportunity to exchange views on the Indo-Pacific and regional maritime security. and our chairmanship in ASEAN next year will provide us a good opportunity to strengthen ASEAN cooperation and also to build ASEAN as an institution which can help determine the future of our region. In the realm of security and defense, we help reinforce the Philippine international security posture through new and strengthened formal arrangements. These include the reciprocal access arrangement with Japan, the mutual logistics support arrangement and status of visiting forces agreement with New Zealand, as well as the convening of foreign affairs and defense meetings such as the 2+2 and trilateral dialogues with Japan and the United States. Trade and economic diplomacy remain among our top priorities. In coordination with relevant agencies, we have helped advance free trade agreements and economic partnerships to boost industry, expand market access, and drive growth. Key milestones include the implementation of the Philippine-Korea Free Trade Agreement, the launch of the exploratory talks for a Philippine-Canada FTA, ongoing negotiations for a Philippine-EU FTA, and as well as an FTA with Chile. I believe we should explore or create parallel economic relationships as we have done in the defense and security fields, given the growing uncertainties of our world. Solid and wide-ranging partnerships create more certainty and confidence, thus bolstering our overall security. We have steadfastly protected Philippine sovereignty and sovereign rights and jurisdiction in the South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, through not only the filing of diplomatic protests, but pursuing pragmatic and multilateral approaches to manage the dispute, and promoting greater transparency and awareness of our maritime challenges. The support that we have garnered in this regard attests to the positive impact of these approaches. We have also developed an informal group of friends on international law, and we've had a number of activities in this regard to help create greater awareness of the importance of adhering to international law and a rules-based order. In the legislative sphere, we supported the passage of key maritime laws, including the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act and the Maritime Zones Act. We are also working towards early ratification of the BB&J agreement to reinforce the primacy of UNCLOS and the rules-based international order. And additionally, under the great work of Undersecretary Lazaro and our other undersecretaries, we have also facilitated a number of bilateral and trilateral maritime dialogues. Climate change remains one of the most defining challenges of our time, and the Philippines as host to the Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage will hopefully accelerate access of developing countries to climate finance for climate action. The DFA and the DNR work closely in securing support for getting the hosting of the board here in the Philippines. On the soft power front, we launched the soft power roadmap and extended our public and cultural diplomacy initiatives to elevate the Philippines' global presence and influence. Just last week, we launched a book on Philippine studies in foreign universities with the support of Senator Legarda. This program, which began only in 2017, now has about 36 universities worldwide which are now having Philippine studies programs. We remain committed to the protection of overseas Filipinos, utilizing the assistance to national funds to repatriate distressed Filipinos utilized for assistance to nationals. We've also used the ATN fund to repatriate distressed Filipinos from countries including Myanmar, Laos, Jordan, Iraq, Egypt, Lebanon, and Israel. And we have also successfully secured the release and return of OFWs such as Mary Jane Veloso, as well as the release of 17 seamen held by the Houthis in Yemen. And in this regard, I'd like to thank Undersecretary De Vega for his perpetual follow-ups with me during the course of many of these incidents, which happily turned out successful. Consular service delivery has seen a significant digital transformation. We launched the e-passport, the e-apostille, and extended the e-visa system to better serve Filipinos and other clients. In recognition also of our personnel, we successfully lobbied for and increased monthly benefits for DFA retirees through the enactment of the Republic Act number 12181. We shall all eventually benefit from this. And lastly, we ensured the seamless transfer of operations to a temporary office as the long overdue retrofitting of the DFA's main building in Pasay commenced, following a successful public bidding process. And I hope that we will return there, as Yusek Helen said, within a reasonable time frame. These accomplishments were made possible, of course, only through a steadfast commitment to service, perseverance, and teamwork by all of you. And I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to the men and women of the department for the unwavering support, cooperation, and the many quiet sacrifices they have made over the past 3 years to achieve these results. And as we turn the page to a new chapter in DFA's history, I am filled with confidence that our new leadership will not only sustain the progress we have achieved, but also chart new paths forward. With vision, dedication, and commitment to public service, I'm certain the department will achieve even greater heights in advancing the interests of our country and serving the Filipino people with professionalism and idealism. For I am convinced that many significant triumphs for DFA are on the horizon. So let us continue upholding our traditions of diplomatic excellence as we aim to achieve a peaceful and prosperous world for the Filipino people. Mabuhay ang Department of Foreign Affairs. Mabuhay po ang Pilipinas. Thank you.